Let me give an example of this one companion. The Sahaba, when they lived in Mecca, they couldn't live anymore. Why? Because they were being tortured. So they went and they moved to Al-Madinah. And because inside Mecca, they were being tortured so much they couldn't establish their religion, Allah commanded them. He said, all of you have to leave Mecca and come to Medina. All of you can't live with the kuffar anymore. So the point is that the companions were told to leave Mecca and go to Al-Madinah. Lakin, there were obviously some that couldn't move, they couldn't leave. There were women and children that couldn't leave. And men that were old and sick and fragile, they couldn't leave. They didn't have the ability to leave. Does that make sense? From amongst them, there was one old Sahabi of the Prophet ﷺ. He was very old. And he was very sick. And when he heard about the Sahaba in Medina, and then the virtue that the Mujahideen were getting, and he's sitting here in Mecca, and he's stuck in Mecca, it broke his heart, seeing the kufr, and the shirk, and the idols that we worship. He couldn't take it anymore. So one day he packed his bag, and he said, I'm leaving, I'm going to the Prophet ﷺ, and I'm going to give him the pledge, I'm going to give him the bay'ah, where they would come and they would grab the Prophet's hand, and they would say, we give you the pledge, Ya Rasulullah. So what did he do? He left Mecca, he didn't get far, he got towards Tan'im. For those who've been to Umrah, you know there's that Masjid Aisha, Tan'im. It's not far, it's very close. Like he was so sick that death came to him on the way. And as death came to him and he knew he was dying, he realized, I'm not going to be able to see the Prophet ﷺ. So what did he do? He looked up to the sky and he took his hand and he placed his other hand on top of it. And he said, هَذِهِ بَيْعَةٌ لَكَ. He said, Ya Allah, this is my pledge to you. And then he done it again. And he said, Allah, this is my pledge for the Prophet ﷺ. And then he died. And then Allah sent down an ayah for him in the Quran. Allah Azza wa Jal, He said about him specifically, that whoever goes out from his house, muhajiran ila Allahi wa rasulihi, he's trying to make hijrah to Allah and His Messenger, yudrikhu al-maut, and death came to him, faqad waqa'a ajruhu. He got the reward. He got the reward. And think about it, an old man. What's so special about him? That Allah mentioned his story, placed it in the Quran for us to read hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years later. He was his iman, his love for the Prophet, his love for Allah, wanting to be with them. Does that make sense?
Finally, Taha, we're going to be able to produce videos so fast on this new powerful Mac, inshallah ta'ala.
Bro, get off the Mac.
Oh, my bad, bro.
You're bad for real.
Yeah, I didn't see you there, man.
What do you mean you didn't see me? I'm right here.
No, obviously, how am I supposed to see you, bro? At the time we're recording this video, you've not been edited in yet.
Say wallahi.
Yeah, you've been edited.
No way.
Yeah, post-production, my G.
That's mad.
Whole time, K Visuals, obviously, as you can see.
MashaAllah.
More money came in, we were able to hire a better visual team. That's why we can do stuff like this. But anyway, bro, listen, I need to talk to the people, okay?
Bro, do your thing. I'm just going to sit here and listen,
inshallah.
in the first place. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. As you guys saw, literally about just over 25 hours ago, we put out a video saying we needed to raise money for new media equipment so we could spread La ilaha illallah across the World Wide Web. And alhamdulillah rabbil alamin, you guys, almost with Allah's permission, have managed to reach the target, which means we're going to be closing that fundraiser very shortly because we're just a few thousand away from our ultimate goal. Now here's the thing, do you know what that means for you? That means you miss out on an opportunity to get mad reward, because as I showed you in the last video, from that one camera we managed to reach 20 million people. That means there's a potential of 20 million rewards just of YouTube. Imagine all the multiple different cameras, the different computers and the thing that we purchase from these donations, and then all the data that we spread across the internet, the kind of reward you'll get. You see, now when that fundraiser closes, your opportunity is gone, and I'd advise you, please don't miss out on that. Like there was a companion at the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet told the Sahaba that there's going to be 70,000 from his ummah that are going to go to Jannah without any accountability, which means no questioning. Day of judgment, straight to paradise. So one of the companions, his name was Ukasha. He stood up and he said, Ya Rasulullah, he said, make dua to Allah that I'm from those 70,000. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to him, Anta minhum. He said, you're from them. It's done. It's done. Another companion heard and he was like, oh, you just have to do that? Just ask the Prophet. So he got up and he said, Ya Rasulullah. He said, make dua to Allah to make me from them as well. And the Prophet said to him, Sabaqaka biha Ukasha. He said, Ukasha beat me to it. That was
limited offer. That was you missed the window of opportunity. So what that shows you is that don't let someone beat you to the punch. Don't let someone beat you with the opportunity to get that kind of reward. I mean, think about it, man. We've got sins, but have an opportunity to buy a piece of equipment, which there's going to be multiple rewards that are going to come from it. Rewards in the hundreds and thousands, rewards in the millions potentially, inshallah ta'ala. That's not the kind of good deed that you want to pass up. So anyway, inshallah ta'ala, with that said, I'm going to leave you guys before this guy gets upset.
Open the box.
Yeah, bro, we're going to unbox you soon as the
Quickly,
video
man.
stops, man. Just be patient, bro. Hasten from Shaitan. Anyway,
patient,
listen,
bro.
before Little Me gets upset, I have to bounce. But the link is below if you don't want to donate, inshallah ta'ala, so we can spread this da'wah. Listen, inshallah, we're going to spread this da'wah everywhere, inshallah ta'ala. Everywhere that Allah allows us to do. Of course, we can't do it each and every single little place. Before we get a little refutation, oh my God, he said everywhere. Jokers. Assalamu alaikum.